Agatha All Along, episode 5, best one so far, and it's given us a lot of information. I've been trying to Sherlock Holmes my way through this, and I had theories. I had some theories, and I don't think that my theories are coming to fruition. I was pretty sure that they were going to give us a swerve, and Teen was going to actually end up being Nicholas Scratch. He might still be Nicholas Scratch, and I'll tell you why in a second. So, in this episode is mostly about, it's the trial for Agatha. And this episode is mostly about Agatha, but not just about Agatha. They have what they called a Ouija board. The actual name is Ouija board. We, from French, that means yes, and ja, from German, that means yes. Yes, yes, board. Ouija. Yes, yes, board. So they got the Ouija board, and they're talking to spirits, right? And the spirits, one of the spirits possesses Agatha, and it possesses Agatha. It's got a grip on her. It's making her move, making her do things, making her stick to the ceiling, all kinds of stuff. And she's dripping drool out of her mouth. I mean, just because you ghost don't mean you have to be nasty and drip that nasty crap on somebody. And it's always hitting somebody in the shoulder. It's always like something getting tapped on your shoulder. The drool from the monster behind you always hits you in the shoulder. So somebody gets hit in the shoulder with the drool. And Agatha is possessed by a spirit, by a ghost. So her mother still exists in ghost form, at least on the witch's road. It shows us a little bit of torment that Agatha went through. Maybe the reason why she's so gosh darn evil. Her mother thought she was evil as a child and actually said she should have killed her at birth. And that is horrible. Never do that. Don't do that. Even if your child is possessed, go take it to a church, get that crap pulled out of it. You don't hurt babies. So she's saying this, right? I hated you since you were a child, and she possesses her. Teen comes to the realization that he might be a powerful witch. We come to that realization also because he uses his hocus pocus witchy powers on the crew. And he's definitely using Billy's powers. Agatha says, "You're just like your mother." And she didn't say Wanda, but she said, "You're just like your mother." They're having an argument about killing people. And they just talked about Agatha killing people. And then Agatha says, "You're just like your mother." And she didn't say Wanda. She didn't say Scarlet Witch. And then he gets his magical horns thing, but it's blue, so it looks like he's Billy. But moments before that, we heard Nicholas Scratch, and we know it was him because the Ouija board spelled out his name. We hear Nicholas Scratch go, "Mom, Mommy." It calls out to him from upstairs. And she goes upstairs to check on her ghostly baby. We never see him, but this episode is about possession. So I'm thinking just like Agatha was possessed by her mother, Teen, who might be Billy, could be possessed by Nicholas Scratch. So Billy could be Wanda and Agatha's son, jointly controlling one body. Because you got to think, Billy was created out of nothing by the mom. In the comic books, he started out being, him and his brother started out being appendages for a villain called Pandemonium. believe it was Pandemonium. He was Pandemonium turns out to be a agent, a servant, a representation of Mephisto. So basically Mephisto made her children out of nothingness, out of fragments of his soul. They've mentioned Mephisto in here. They're tying this all together. They've mentioned Mephisto. Mephisto's fragments of his soul were used to create the children. She regenerated the children and created them out of nothingness with her super duper magic chaos power. Which looks like it's kind of what happened here. She was about to die. Her thoughts are about her children and all of the stuff she's doing. She was going to die, and the Doctor Strange Part 2 movie, all because of her kids. She was super tripping because of her kids, and then maybe she created them again. Maybe. And if she did, then that's where Billy came from. She hocus pocused Billy back into existence, which would also mean that she hocus pocused, his brother back into existence. So he's out there super running around because he's got, for some reason, her twin children one of them has the powers of her twin brother. That was always kind of creepy to me. But, so there's another super duper super fast kid running around. And, they could have Quicksilver back now because he's got the powers of Quicksilver. But I still think that Billy, teen, is Billy, but the show is about possession. And Nicholas Scratch is out there. His soul is floating around. Now, when they showed Agatha's mom, they showed her as a ghost, and you could physically see the ghost energy wisping around, and then it repossessed Agatha. You didn't see that with Billy. You didn't see his spirit. I think it's because he's already in Billy. Nicholas Scratch was floating around, but we didn't see him. We heard his voice. We didn't see him. I think he's got Billy already. Because Billy was kind of super tripping at the end of the episode. I'm not 100% sure that was Billy. It was Billy. It was teen, but it was probably also Nicholas Scratch. And they kind of need him because the Salem 7 are the children of people that were slaughtered by Agatha, in this case, some time ago. They're the children looking for revenge. In the comic books, they were the children looking for revenge. They had aspects of animals, and Nicholas Scratch controlled them. So Billy, I think, partially Nicholas Scratch, even if he gets that spirit out of him, he's going to be able to call off the Salem 7 because Nicholas Scratch controls them. And if he's in Billy, then Billy's controlling him, And Nicholas Scratch is a little upset with his mother, so I could see him kind of throwing her into that lake of nothingness, them other witches too, because that's the kind of guy he was. So I could see that. It's coming together. They're not doing page for page, word for word, what happened in the comic book, but they are following it, and I kind of dig that. Let's see if what happens is happening. 31 minutes, man, that's not enough. They should have made these like at least 45 minutes. No commercials. 45 minutes straight witchy poo. That would have been cool, but they didn't. So now I'm sitting here waiting. I just saw it, and now I'm sitting here waiting for the next episode. But I would give Agatha, episode 5, season 1, the first season, 5th episode, the entire show so far, I would give it 7 bags of popcorn. 7 bags of popcorn. Because that's what I think about that. More importantly, what do you think about that? Now that you had a chance to look at the video, let's talk about it some more in the comments. And as always, if you like the video, if you like the content, subscribe. And then like.
popcorn passport. Get your popcorn passport.